Hello and welcome to Ash Friendly. I am your host, Seal. I want to thank you for listening, whoever you are, whoever you're with. I deeply appreciate it. I hope this podcast brings you light, love, and energy to yourself and to everyone else around you. Well, folks, today we're going to continue our search for a storefront salon for Brooke, and we normally have her on about once a week. And so, welcome to the show, Brooke.
Well, thank you for having me. It's
Uh,
been a long time, I feel like.
It happens sometimes. It happens when you enjoy something so much and you work on it, and it just could be one day or 2 days, or it could be a week. Does feel like a long time.
Yes, it does.
And thank you for all the work that you've done to put into Ash Friendly and to putting in time with me and the environment and the world. And deeply appreciate it.
Yes, I thank you guys for being ash friendly.
So let's go start over. Last time we went on to create a map for Ash Friendly and also to help you find a salon. We went to this new place out in South Carolina. Um, and when we pulled in, like just pulled in the parking lot, what were your first expressions of like the overall building, what it looked like?
The overall building, um, the front side, Um, it was a nice building, but the front, I did not see any parking that was accessible for someone like myself. I didn't see any handicap or accessible parking per se. And I was like, well, where are we going to park? Or I'm going to be able to get off the back of my van. He was like, maybe it'll be somewhere around back. And then remembered when I spoke with the man, he would say, yeah, come around back, the ramp is around back. And then we found, you know, where we could park at. And I'm like, okay, that would not be good because then I would have to tell all of my clients, hey, come around back. And then some might not remember, hey, well, this is the place. We just have to come around back just to park. And I want it to be inviting to everyone.
Right. And sometimes you don't really know. It can may look inviting. You don't really know until you try it out. We'll see when
Exactly.
Yeah, and when I pulled up to the front, I did notice the stairs. So I knew that the front entrance wasn't going to be where you would get in. But what I did notice that the parking lot in the front was big enough, and I was like, all right, cool, big enough, spacious, not on gravel, easy to get around, easy to turn around the wheelchair. And then you mentioned, coming aside, and then you would see the ADA accessible parking, and there was plenty of ADA accessible parking. It was just on the left side.
Mm-hmm.
So when we pulled up into the back, we noticed that there was a ramp. What was your first impressions of the ramp, the railing? Was it wide enough? Was it like clutter free?
Yes, it was. When I seen the ramp and I was like, whoa, this is not one of these like 10 foil ramps, It was a nice sturdy ramp, So somebody took their time to make this ramp. So, they um thought of, you know, the the disability community or someone who is in a wheelchair in mind. So it was very sturdy and I
Right.
love the way it was built.
Awesome. So with the door, it doesn't have a button on it to like hit or press so the door opens up for you. The what I've noticed is that the community inside the building is all about hairdressing, cosmetics, stuff like that. And I feel like the first vibe when I got introduced to a lovely hairdresser that they work together, and I love that. So, do you feel like there's going to be a problem if you decide to go there about opening the door for your guests to come in, whether or not they have a hero or not?
No, I do not. I do not think there would be a problem at all. It felt very warm in there. I loved that it felt very warm. It was like um a each one teach one type of community. It's like, when she was walking us around and stuff, she was like, hey, hey, to, all of her neighbors, the neighboring salons or the neighboring stylists that were in there. I love that feeling.
Yeah, I do too. I love the fact that the one hairdresser had appointments, she had a line, and she made time to come out, greet you, open the door for you, and told you like this is how we do it. We look out for each other with people with a disability to come in, to open the door, just to make it a lot easier for yourself. So now we're inside the door. We are in like the little walkway of the building. So briefly explain to me like when you first came in there, how did it smell? How did it look? We got the vibe very comforting, very there's a loving environment, but I'm just talking about the physical items in the room. Was it really easy to navigate? Did it have anything like that you would, is there a certain pattern or way around the facility that you would go?
Um, so really, there was no really certain way I would go because there was so many different ways that you could go. Um, I felt like it was kind of like a maze. Almost, it was like um one way this way, up way, down way. I feel like I'm reading a Dr. Seuss book, but there was that many ways. But it was really nice in the inside. It had like two different waiting rooms, so like your own suite didn't have to have your clients in there waiting. Your suite was just for you to be able to style hair and wash hair. Then they had a room just to be able to dry your client's hair. So it was a room full of dryers where I thought was, very accommodating. And they had the washer and dryer in there as well. So, and then they also had the accessible bathrooms in there. And I
Yeah.
was like, whoa, the,
Yeah.
the fact that they even thought about that.
Yeah, see, one thing I really loved about the facility, it had multiple bathrooms. And so everyone on every single door, it says the ADA accessible bathroom is in the front of the building, which was nice because the bathroom door was much wider than the other bathrooms. And the inside of the bathroom was really big and had the bars and everything you needed to uh, use the bathroom to actually like sanitize yourself and then come out
Hmm.
without bothering anyone. That's one thing I just love. So now we finally get to the salon that you were checking out. Um, he the, when it came to the two rooms, I saw two rooms. How was your initial feeling about the two room setup when you first took a glance out from the outside?
Um, when I glanced at it from outside, I really didn't even know that it was two rooms until I came in the inside. But it just kind of took for me to come inside just to kind of feel because I thought it was just going to be just an average suite. Um, but when he came in, it just changed my whole mindset. And how accommodating he was, the fact that he remembered me telling him that I was in a wheelchair, and he took out his tape measure and he said, well, this door is 32 inches. Well, we can spread this, we can take this frame off, and we can make it 40 40 inches wide. So we'll have this door that is 32 inches. We'll have your clients that are not in wheelchairs come in through this door, and then your clients that are in wheelchairs come in through this 40-inch wide door. And I'm like, perfect. And then he's asking me, well, what do you want? Do you want two sinks or do you not want two sinks? Do you want your walls painted or do you not want to paint it? He's asking me, what do I want? And I'm like, whoa, someone's asking me, what do I want? That is telling me this is a inclusive environment and it's accessible.
Right. And so that's what really sold me on the facility because
Hmm.
when I first looked at it, it was really just run down and all the weird stuff in it. And he said, "Well, this is your place. You tell me what to do." Like he was giving you control of like, "Hey, if you want all the stuff out of here, I'll take it out. We're gonna like sand the walls down. We're gonna paint the walls. We can do whatever you need us to do. We can make the things wider to get rid of the boarding on the sides of the walls, and so forth." So everything that he said to where he's like, we can make it adaptable for however you want and we can work on it. Not meaning like, oh, once it's set up, I'm done with you. No, this is meaning like once it's set up, we like with trial and error, we can work on this, we can work on that, we can move this
Exactly.
here. And the flexibility of that man giving you that opportunity of just being at peace is a wonderful thing because I think peace of mind is so underrated in today's society that when you finally find someone that's giving you a peace of mind, it really doesn't matter how much the price of the rent of the room is because now I don't have to worry about what I'm doing. This he is my own hero. He is making my life better. I understand I'm here for him to make a profit, but it's still at the same time he treats me as I'm a normal human being. I'm not treating me as like someone like a burden or a waste of my time or just really greedy. I need your money. I don't really care about you. That's what sold me on the facility.
It did.
So, have you decided on a choice? Are you going to go with this facility, or are you going to continue to looking for other places?
I um I am on the fence. I
Oh, on the
am
fence.
on the fence.
Well, what happened? What made you just be on the fence? What hasn't? What last piece didn't sell you on the deal?
Um, it's just that what didn't sell me on the deal was the location. Just the location, far as the the client, just because I'm not sure of getting my clientele from Charlotte to Rock Hill. Yes,
No.
I can, tell them that yes, this is going to be accessible, but the thing is for far as for the accessible transportation, far as in with Charlotte and their STS and MTS, they will not take them out of the the city limits of
Yeah.
Mecklenburg.
I hear you.
Hmm.
Well, I hope that we continue to look for places that are meet your standards, and hope we can find other gentlemen and women that are just like this other man that owns this place. And looking forward to our uh, journey together. Do you have
Yes,
anything? Do you have anything else that you like? Anything coming up this week, or anything that you'd like to let us know, or a little where we can follow you?
for sure. You can follow me at Oasis Beauty Co underscore CLT on Instagram and Facebook. And this week, coming up on Monday, I will be at Empire Beauty School's career fair from 10 a.m. to 12 noon and from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. on April 28th, 2025. And just keep continuing to follow our journey, and Oasis Beauty Company will be coming soon. I will say September 2026.
Nice, excellent, Brooke. I'm glad that you are making great strides in the past couple of weeks. It's good to see.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you for being on the show. Well, folks, I hate to leave you, but I will leave you as always. Leave you. If you can love yourself, the people around you, and the environment a little more every day, will continue to make the world a safer and beautiful place. Thank you again for listening to Ask Friendly. You have a wonderful night.